Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're discussing the latest updates on the US elections, which are shaping up to be an intense showdown between two powerful candidates, Kamala Harris for the Democrats and Donald Trump for the Republicans. We'll look at what's driving voter sentiment, recent poll data, and even celebrity endorsements to see what this election could mean for America and the world. So if you're interested in the future of US politics, stay tuned and don't forget to like and subscribe. As the election approaches, both parties are in full campaign mode. This race is crucial, with both Harris and Trump symbolizing distinct visions for the US. Kamala Harris has replaced Joe Biden as the Democratic candidate, pushing for progressive policies on healthcare, climate, and social justice. Donald Trump, on the other hand, is campaigning on a conservative platform that emphasizes national security, economic growth through deregulation, and a tough stance on immigration. 5 days out from Election Day, the polls are nearly tied. While Donald Trump holds a slight edge nationally according to recent data, Harris is still leading in many key battlegrounds. According to 538, Harris maintains a slim lead of just over 1.4 points on average, but this advantage has narrowed from 1.7 points just weeks earlier. Real Clear Politics recently reported Trump ahead of Harris in their national average, marking the first time Trump has led since Harris became the nominee. Clearly, this race is on a razor's edge. Even sports icons are getting involved, with NBA legend LeBron James showing his support for Kamala Harris. He stated, "The choice is clear for me," expressing concern for his family and future generations. When influential figures like James publicly support a candidate, it can sway public perception, especially among younger voters and communities of color. On the other hand, Trump retains strong endorsement within conservative circles and has a solid base that's highly motivated to vote, which might balance out Harris' recent celebrity endorsements. Just as in previous elections, a few battleground states could be decisive. This includes Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, Georgia, and North Carolina. Nate Silver, a respected poll analyst, suggests that Trump's clearest path to victory involves winning Pennsylvania, Georgia, and North Carolina, while Harris' best chances lie in holding the blue wall states, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin. It's a tight competition in each of these states, where polls show the candidates either neck and neck or leading by very narrow margins. In Pennsylvania, there's already a swirl of controversy, with Trump and his supporters amplifying claims of potential election fraud. Trump recently stated on his social platform Truth that Pennsylvania's election integrity is questionable, and called for immediate law enforcement intervention. Social media posts alleging fraud have gone viral, prompting Pennsylvania's top election official to warn that misinformation could damage democracy. Media endorsements also play a role. For instance, The Economist recently endorsed Harris, calling her the safer option for the future, whereas Trump, according to their perspective, poses an unacceptable risk to America and the world. The magazine emphasized that while Harris may not be the most exceptional candidate, she is unlikely to cause catastrophic outcomes, which they believe Trump could. Pollster Nate Silver noted in Newsweek that the close polls make this a 50-50 race, though he predicts Trump might have an edge in the Electoral College. Despite Harris' narrow national lead, Real Clear Politics shows Trump's recent rise, and Decision Desk HQ The Hill's data reflects a tightening race with Harris leading by only 0.6 points. This competition highlights a key insight from 538. A tight race in polls doesn't always mean a close outcome, underscoring the unpredictability of swing state outcomes. Social media platforms are playing a significant role this year in monitoring election integrity. On X, formerly Twitter, Elon Musk has launched an election integrity community, where users can report suspicious activity. This community function acts as an archive for potential election fraud incidents, creating transparency but also potentially spreading unverified claims. The influence of social media on elections has grown considerably, making it a double-edged sword for voter sentiment and the overall democratic process. As we look at this election, it's impossible to ignore the historical significance it carries. If Kamala Kamala Harris wins, she would become the first female president in US history, as well as the first person of both African and South Asian descent to hold the office. This milestone resonates deeply within communities that have long been underrepresented in American politics. Harris' candidacy symbolizes a break from tradition and a step toward greater inclusivity in government leadership. On the other side, Donald Trump is vying for a rare second, non-consecutive term. The last president to do so was Grover Cleveland in the late 19th century, making this a unique and unprecedented moment in modern American politics. Trump's comeback attempt also reflects his substantial influence over a loyal voter base that feels his policies best represent their interests, particularly on issues like economic deregulation, immigration reform, and a strong national defense. This blend of groundbreaking firsts and historical resonance adds a unique weight to the 2024 election. Let's look at the issues likely to define voter decisions. Healthcare is a big one. Harris' campaign has been vocal about expanding healthcare access and addressing racial disparities within the system. She aims to reinforce the Affordable Care Act, ensuring more Americans have access to affordable care, a policy that appeals especially to young voters and low-income communities. Trump, on the other hand, has been more focused on a privatized healthcare approach, arguing that deregulation and competition will drive down costs. Another major topic is the economy. Harris' economic policy revolves around government intervention and assistance for working families, such as tax credits for low-income earners and a stronger social safety net. Conversely, Trump's plan is more centered on tax cuts and business incentives, hoping to drive growth by fostering a more robust private sector. Climate change has also become a leading issue in the 2024 race, with Harris promoting aggressive measures toward renewable energy, aiming for net zero emissions and strengthening environmental protections. Trump has emphasized energy independence and has been skeptical about transitioning too quickly away from fossil fuels. In conclusion, the race between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump is shaping up to be one of the closest in recent history. Both candidates represent vastly different approaches, from Harris' progressive policies and historic candidacy as the first woman and person of color running for president to Trump's promise to bring back conservative policies and a business-first agenda. What happens in the next few days could be critical. Polls may not always reflect the final outcome, as many variables, voter turnout, unforeseen events, and last-minute shifts in battleground states could still change the course of this election. Stay tuned to the channel for more updates as we get closer to election day, and let me know in the comments. Who do you think will win and what issues matter most to you? Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe for more insights into global events and politics. See you in the next video.